The lecture is under the title Working with Literature. The plan of the lecture: the role of literature in research, types of academic sources, strategies for finding literature, evaluating sources for quality and relevance, reading techniques for academic texts, note-taking and organizing information, synthesizing literature and building a theoretical framework, avoiding plagiarism and citing correctly, conclusion and reflective questions. Of course, when we start working with the literature, is one of the most essential stages of academic research. It helps the researcher understand the current state of knowledge, identify gaps, place their own study within a broader scientific context. Literature review is not merely a summary of sources, it's a critical and analytical process of engaging with previous scholarship. Types of academic sources. Academic literature includes books, monographs, journal articles, dissertations, and conference materials. Primary sources provide raw data or original evidence, while secondary sources analyze and interpret primary materials. Understanding the nature of the source helps the researcher select the right type of information for their research goals. Strategies for finding literature. Effective literature search begins with clearly defined keywords and research questions. Academic databases such as Scopus Web of Science, GSTOR, ERIC, and Google Scholar allow researchers to find peer-reviewed sources. Reference lists and published articles often lead to additional relevant literature. Using Boolean operators and or not improves the precision of search results. Evaluating sources. Not all sources are equally valuable. Researchers must evaluate materials based on credibility, relevance, recency, and methodological soundness. Peer-reviewed articles generally offer the highest level of academic reliability. Critical evaluation also includes identifying potentially biases and understanding the author's theoretical positions. Techniques for reading academic texts. Academic reading requires strategic approaches, scheming for general understanding, scanning for specific information, analytical for deep comprehension. Researchers should identify the structure of the text, understand the author's arguments, and note limitations or gaps. Note-taking and organizing information. Efficient note-taking allows the researcher to capture essential ideas without rewriting whole texts. Notes may take them form of summaries, paraphrases, direct quotations, or thematic outlines. Digital tools help organize literature, store PDFs, and manage citations. Synthesizing literature. Synthesis means connecting different sources, identifying relationships, and building a coherent narrative. Rather than summarizing each text separately, the researcher groups ideas into themes, debates, and theoretical directions. This process leads to the creation of a strong theoretical framework that supports the research design. Academic integrity and citation. Proper citation acknowledges the intellectual contributions of other scholars. Researchers must cite every idea, theory, or data that is not their own. Understanding citation styles APA, MLA, Chicago, Harvard is essential for maintaining academic integrity and avoiding plagiarism. And in conclusion, I want to say that working with literature is a dynamic and ongoing process. It strengthens the quality of the research, provides credibility, and helps the researcher engage meaningfully with the scientific community. Mastering these skills is essential for academic successes. Okay, now we are given reflective questions, and we have to answer to these questions, and we interact, and we have to know the understanding the content of the lecture, and if you have an additional information concerning the topic of the lecture, also can share with your group mates. Here are given the following questions. What strategies do you currently use to search for academic literature? Which types of sources are most relevant for your field of study and why? How do you determine whether a source is credible and useful? What difficulty you face when reading academic texts? How can you improve your note-taking and organization practices? What does synthesizing literature mean in your own words? And the last question is, how can proper citation practices strengthen your research? Thank you for your attention, and be ready with the task.